Hey guys, it's Ashley and I'm back. I kind of look crazy, but I just wanted to keep this lupus awareness going. I went to my niece's birthday party today, and she turned 4, but I wanted to make this video kind of short because I'm going to make a part 2 to it tomorrow, and I'm going to read off my other phone because, I just wanted to make sure that I got all the information down that I wanted to say. I'm just clicking on it or to find it. I'm sorry, hold on guys. Okay. So as you know, this month is Lupus Awareness, and May 10th is actually Lupus Awareness Day. And I always wanted to bring lupus awareness to lupus because it mimics a lot of diseases, and not a lot of people know that they have lupus, or it takes years to diagnose. In my case, it took about 2 years because I had gotten pregnant right after I had a baby, and that's when I was at my sickest was during my pregnancies, because I couldn't take some of the medicine, and I wouldn't take some of the medicine because I didn't want it to harm my babies or have them have a cleft palate, or there was just so many different side effects that the babies could have, and so I just took a break on some of my medicine. If you're not aware of it, you could go to lupus.org or Lupus Foundation of America, and they have a lot of stuff on there. You just put in your zip code, and there's a lot of stuff that you can find out and do in your community. I'm blessed to have like a good rheumatologist, a good neurologist, great primary care doctor who stuck beside me through everything and still does. But so they have this lupus month because it brings awareness and it calls for attention for lupus and how it impacts the lives of millions of people, and nobody really knows how lupus starts, or is it genetic. Me, in my case, I'm the only one in my family who has lupus. My sister is kind of sick, but they haven't really said it was lupus. But where we grew up, there's a few girls that were in our school that have lupus, and we had mold in our school, so I'm not sure if that is a reason why, or could it be environmental. I'm not sure, but there's like 10 girls, including me, who have lupus or something like it in a small town where we grew up, and to me that's just kind of weird. But yeah. I'm sorry, I was just trying to find everything. So there's ways that you can like support lupus if you have lupus, or you know somebody who has it. You know, you can donate, you can volunteer, you can even sit in a meeting. Wear purple, and if people ask why are you always wearing purple, it's because it's lupus awareness. That wasn't my favorite color, but now it is because I'm a lupus survivor. Every day that I wake up, I feel like I'm happy. Some days I do have bad days, and I'm not gonna lie, like where I don't want to get out of bed, but I have to make it work for my 4 kids, you know. Also, if you have lupus and you don't know, like if none of the medicines are working, participate in a clinical research trial. They're normally free. I never had to do that. but you can. And my goal now is to try to get as healthy as possible, because I've gained a lot of weight being on prednisone, and it was hard. I've gained about 80 pounds and I'm trying to lose it, and I've lost 30 so far, and I got 50 more to go, but I'll probably keep going. We've cut out pork, which pork we've cut out over 3 years now, and I just don't want to eat red meat anymore. I will maybe still eat chicken. I'm not sure. We just got to get our taste buds, and I just want my kids to be able to eat how we eat, because I'm not going to eat healthy and not eat meat and then still have my kids eat it. So that's something that I'm working on and trying to find good recipes, because my boys have severe allergies as it is, and so I always cook different for them, or have something that they can have, or use the ingredients that they can have, so they're not left out and we're all eating the same meal. So there's a few symptoms of lupus that I'll run down real quick. Number one being fatigue. You will be tired. You could get 10 to 12 hours of sleep. It doesn't matter. Your body is always going to be tired, and it's one of the most common symptoms of lupus, and most autoimmune diseases. That's one of the side effects, because it just mimics a lot of lupus mimics a lot of diseases. And a third of the people who have lupus, they end up developing fibromyalgia, which is body pain. Like, you could just touch me, like my arm or something, like, and it can be just like a gentle touch, but it hurts, you know. And people are like, they might look at you weird, but until they have it, or most people don't understand, they're gonna judge you, and you're just gonna, you know, live your life how you want to live it. Because I used to care what people said about me, and now, like, I'm getting older, people used to call me heavyset because I gained so much weight, and I never used to be this big. I just have to love myself, and everybody should too, you know. Like, I was suicidal when I was 16, well, really when it started at 13, and that I will get into that more later. The second one is joint pain. You'll have joint pains, like in your hands. Like, my hands my knuckles will stay swollen, or my knees, and then I get like cortisone shots in my knees. I had carpal tunnel, but I had surgery for that, but it's coming back. So my doctor is giving me injections in my wrist, because I don't want any more surgeries. I've had a few in my lifetime. So joint pain and body pain is one of the most, like, the second common one. And I do have a lot of body pain because I'm taking chemo for mine, so that just makes it even more worse. Also, fever. You can always have a low-grade fever every day, like 99.9 and like 100.3. Some people have a low-grade fever every day, and I don't really check my fever anymore to see if I have a fever, because I can already tell when I do. Like, I'll feel flush in my face. Like, I don't know if you can tell now, my face is a little red. I was outside today, so I can't be outside too long. Like I said, I was at my niece's birthday party, and my kids are playing in the bounce house, so I did go outside with them, but the sun takes so much out of me, and like, I cannot be outside longer than 30 to 45 minutes, sometimes an hour. Like, I'll break out all over. I'll have skin lesions, hives, rashes all over my body, and yeah, so I'm trying to get better with, like, going outside more, but it's just painful when you have to deal with the rashes. And my rashes, when I get one, they spread. And when I get used to this YouTube, I'll start entering clips into my videos, so you guys can understand what I'm really going through right now. I'm just starting out, and so I don't really get, you know, how I enter the clips. I don't even have an intro, so I'm just trying to bring awareness to lupus this month. Also, how I first started out, rashes. Like, I had a rash that when I was pregnant, it covered my whole stomach, my legs, both my legs, my arms, and at that point, even my boob, they thought I had got bit by a tick because there was a bullseye, so they were like treating me for a tick illness, and it got worse, and so they were like, well, maybe it's a rash that's gonna attack the baby. So they admitted me in the hospital. I couldn't keep anything down. My potassium was like at a 2.3 or whatever. So I was admitted into the hospital for 14 days, and they did blood cultures, every test they could do. I think I mentioned that in my first video. Let's see. And also, you can have hair loss. I do have hair loss. It's mostly up here, and I always brush my hair like to cover it, or if I wear it down, like I wear it like part it like and make sure most of it's over here because I'm losing hair or whatever. And it could be from lupus, but it could be from the treatments that I have from it. I take Plaquenil every day, 400 milligrams, 200 in the morning, 200 at night. And then I have to get my eyes checked yearly just to make sure that it's not affecting my eyes, because I have been on it for 7 years. And then I take the prednisone daily, and then the chemo treatments, I take them as needed. Well, really, it's twice a week or every other week. It just depends how my doctor prescribes it or how my blood work is looking. Some people can have lung problems, which it causes inflammation around your lungs, and it's hard for you to breathe, but I have not had lung problems, thank God. But I do have inflammation around my heart, and I do have kidney inflammation and issues with my kidney, and every time they take my urine, I have blood in my urine or something like that. So I'm actually scheduled to have a kidney ultrasound in 2 weeks. Well, actually, it's next week now, and to check on my kidneys and see how that's going. And then also it can cause depression because you're sick. You're not used to being sick. You know, like me, I was a healthy 23, 24-year-old when I first got sick. So honestly, I was like, am I going crazy? Like, what's going on with me? I was healthy. I was never sick except like sinus infections, which I still get those, but like my face would swell up from my sinus infections. But yeah, so I was never really a sick person. But when I look back at it, when I was 16, I was in the hospital twice with IV antibiotics. And that's when I first started getting sick, but it wasn't to where like we thought it was lupus or whatever. And I didn't get sick with lupus like diagnosed until like I had my babies back to back, and they thought like maybe me being pregnant knocked my body's immune down, and so that's how I got sick. Also, it can cause anemia. I had anemia. I was anemic for the longest, and actually, like, my blood work has been really good lately, where my iron is like 14.2, or it doesn't go under 12. I did have an issue last year where it went to like 9 something, which they said that was low, and then one year it went to 7.8, and they gave me B12 shots for 2 days, and if it got any lower, I was gonna have to have a blood transfusion. But I just wanted to make this video short, and when I come back tomorrow, I have more information for you, because I just want to keep making these videos so everybody's aware of lupus and the impact that we can do to change it. And if we can advocate for anybody, just one person, it can make a difference. You know, like, we need to stick together. I say like lupus is like cancer, because a lot of people have it, and a lot of people will die from it because it attacks their liver, it attacks their organs, it attacks everything in their body, you know. And when it attacks your skin, it's painful. You're in bed,